I have a friend, and this friend supports an odd, discriminated group known as bronies, and I'm sure you all know who they are, so I'm just going to spare you the details. For the longest time, I've wondered why he supported them, because, I thought it was weird to support people who watch a children's show. But he showed me a documentary by a guy who goes by the name Saberspark, and he said, it's called Battle of the Brony, and he said that's what pushed him to support them. Now, I watched it, and I have to admit, this documentary was well put together and clearly had a lot of work put into it, but there was two major flaws in it. The first one is, in order for a documentary to work, it can't be biased, because then it leaves it open for discussion even after the movie has ended. And if you're trying to, make a point on, one side of the conversation, you're trying to lean more towards that, then go ahead, that's fine. But you have to make sure that you look at what you're talking about from all angles. And that's part of where Sabersparks' documentary lacked. It seemed very one-sided to me. I mean, nowhere in it did he talk about the creepy fan base, which I really think should be addressed, and a lot of people's excuses is, well, my friend's excuse anyway was, it's for college. I'm pretty sure you could talk about doing unmentionable things to a children's show in college. It's college. You're all adults. You're finally basically equals with your teacher. You're all on the same level. But, he never mentioned that, and that really needs to be mentioned, because then it doesn't become biased, and it's not just you saying, oh, we're the best, there's nothing wrong with us. And that's where another part got another flaw in it was, he acted like they were like the superior fan base, like there was nothing wrong with them, like they were just the greatest fan base ever. And the truth is, they aren't. You bronies are exactly the same as every other fan base. You have the good fans who like watching the show but don't force people to watch it. They keep it to themselves. You have the crazy fans who do the opposite and do their best to force people to watch it. And you have the creepy fans who do things I don't want to say to the show. The same as in every other fan base. Of course, this was talking about why bronies were being discriminated, and that's another problem. He kind of, for lack of a better analogy, played dumb when he brought up the subject of bronies being discriminated. He's like, what did bronies ever do to you? Well, for one thing, you scarred my eyeballs forever with the creepy fan art and literature going around, and I have never seen a fan base more flamboyant about doing things to the show since furries. I mean, they annoyed B and Co so much that they forced them to make their own form. That's how much they annoyed and bothered them. It's not that they survived the flaming pits of fortune, no. They just annoyed them. So I've been wondering why people watch the show, because I've watched the show before. I watched it, and I watched like 4 episodes, and I still didn't see why people liked it so much. One thing could be that it's, like I've wondered for the longest time, ever since I knew about the show's existence, why people watched Lucky Star and enjoyed it. And I didn't realize until my friend told me that people watch it for the same reason they watch cat videos. It's they're cute and they're wacky. I don't find them cute, but somebody does, so that could be a reason why people watch the show. But I think more likely people just want to be okay. So people who like memes, they like them because they're able to feel normal, but they're able to feel nerdy at the same time. It's not like with what's a good example, like Star Trek, or I don't know, Doctor Who, where you're only comfortable around other people who like it. With memes, you're able to just say it and people know what it is. It's in the mainstream, but people still consider it nerdy. It's the exact same thing with bronies. People just see this, and so they all just hopped on the bandwagon. They're like, hey, I'm nerdy, I'm edgy, I'm independent, and really they aren't. They're the same as every other fan base. The only difference being is that you can feel normal this time unless you encounter someone who either A, thinks it's morally wrong to watch a children's cartoon, and there really isn't anything wrong with that. I quite enjoyed Powerpuff Girls. Or people who B, find it very annoying. I lost my train of thought, but that does bring me to another subject, that you bronies should leave me alone and people like me. If you see a video and it has nothing to do with bronies, don't type a stupid pony meme in there, because then you're just being annoying. You don't see me going to a video of someone making a slam dunk and be like, arrow to the knee, because I'd look like an idiot and I'd be annoying and I would be unoriginal. That's what a lot of you bronies do, and you need to respect my personal space. I also have a message for anti-bronies, and it's that unless they do what I was just talking about, you should just leave them alone and let them do their thing. And I don't think you should be too worried, because I can see My Little Pony being paved over pretty soon with a French rabbit anime about dancing. And bronies won't lose their childhood independent spirit either, because it is also a kids show. So that is my thoughts on bronies. I could go a lot deeper, but I lost my train of thought right in the middle. I'm probably going to remember what I was going to say later on, but I'm not going to fix it, because I just wanted to do this in one take and just give everyone my 2 cents on the My Little Pony fan base. So that's what I think. And I'll see you all for you later.